Game Dude. Someone recommended this guy in the emergency stream chat that I did recently, and for some reason, when it was mentioned, I didn't recognize the name, but then when I looked him up, I realized, oh, I have heard of this guy before, because Jim Mediker did an internet insanity on him, and I remember laughing hysterically at it. And if Mediker in his prime is talking about you, you know you probably are a little nuts. You were a little off the deep end. But Game Dude, real name Alexander, is an angry video game nerd clone, which isn't an inherently bad thing. Most people on YouTube are influenced by someone else's style or the type of content they do, and they try to put their own spin on it. Imitation is the finest form of flattery and all that. If Game Dude's only draw was that he emulated AVGN, I wouldn't be talking about him. But unfortunately, Alex is a bit insane. Let's get into it, but first, a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by no one, really, but I do have a novel for sale on Amazon called Renegades Volume 1 Rise. It's set in the far future in an alternate dimension and involves a ragtag group of unlikely heroes calling themselves the Renegades teaming up to stop a dangerous madman and his terrorist organization from finding a hidden superweapon that will allow him to conquer the world, as is tradition for supervillains. In order to stop him, the Renegades will have to go up against all sorts of deadly threats, including mechs, evil megacorporations, soldiers, and even a cyborg ninja. Yeah, that happens. It's a wild, action-packed ride full of fun and interesting characters, and there's a sequel on the way that will hopefully be out later this year. You can check it out on Amazon at the page below, available in digital, paperback, and hardcover. Back to the video. Game Dude claimed his content was like satirical, comedic parodies of angry gamers that yell at games for minor flaws and just nitpick the hell out of them. His channel's old about section boasted that at one point he was the 85th most subscribed all-time comedian from Canada. So I'm sure he'll make us laugh so hard our sides hurt, right? Right?
Barbie is one of those shitty games, lost in the ocean of shitty games, that fulfilled its purpose of being a shitty game. Look at Barbie. What a scary bitch. Sonic losers. Why? Because Sega hates you. Where do I begin? You have to constantly switch between 3 characters, which annoyingly overcomplicates the game. Bull tits. I only want to play as Sonic or Tails, damn it! Combat is tedious. Never-ending levels are so repetitive. Invisible walls are everywhere. Loads too long. Why are they so glossy? Nothing about this house is fun. Now, rather than be a generic platformer buried in a mountain of other generic platformers, this fucker wanted to be creative. So, Minnie sniffs your farts throughout the entire game.
Hey bro, don't forget that absolute fire that is his theme song. Oh yeah, you're right. Thanks, Jeff. Let me play that. People, believe it or not, recognized him on the streets and would sometimes interview him. I'll play some clips.
That style, works the most, and, so I pretty much like his videos the most, so that's why I'm more, inspired by him than others. I've talked to him a few times, just, only by, letters, pretty much, because, every time I try to talk to him on the internet, he never replies. I'm not like some weird, creepy, guy with a giant picture of the angry video game nerd in my living room that I like. Yeah. No, but I'm looking for one. I'm getting a little bit annoyed. I'm 21 and I still don't have one. It's driving me crazy. Well, I want one that's nice, but then again, most of the nice ones are kind of, fat, unfortunately. I'm also looking for, one that looks hot,
Then again, a lot of the hot ones are bitches, so it's like really, you gotta find one in the middle, and that's the trick. You gotta find one in the middle. Yeah, just, you know, she's gotta have like big tits and nice ass, and she's gotta be.
Man likes his women stacked and with some cake. Can't say I blame him for that one. But the uncomfortableness of this clip and the mentioning of the stalking thing, that's gonna come up later, but we aren't there yet. As he kept making videos, he started getting criticism for it. One thing he'd do, which I'd imagine people found really obnoxious, is self-promotion in other people's comment sections or in forums. Eventually, after he got enough backlash from people about it, he stopped doing it. But that wasn't the only thing he got trolled about. People also trolled him saying that he was a closeted furry and some of the stuff that made people think is just kind of funny. But the other thing he would do that would annoy people was he would also take his videos down and then upload a revised or re-edited version of them. And the motivation why he did this was because back in the day when he was making videos, instead of having just a like to dislike ratio, you had a rating system based on stars. And now that I'm saying that out loud, I kind of wonder if that would be a better system than just a like to dislike ratio. Well, you know, before YouTube had the brilliant idea to remove that for some reason. Unless you have a certain browser add-in, that is. But part of me thinks that it might give more nuance to content creators. Maybe comments do that enough? I don't know. I'm just wondering. Just thought about that on top of my head. Anyway, Alex wanted to make sure he didn't have any videos that had a rating below 4 stars, and he was really obsessed if anything had a 3.5 star rating, and he would try to re-edit videos to make them better. And I can kind of get it. Like, there are videos I have up that have mistakes in them that I didn't catch that I wish I did. So I could definitely see the appeal of maybe going back and redoing a video. I don't know if I would take the original down. I would just be like, you know, give it like the similar title, but then call it like updated or something, or I don't know, fixed even, something like that. And if you're like a super perfectionist, I could see you wanting to take a video down and then redoing it, or editing out some stuff that didn't work or that was incorrect or something, especially if you were going for like a really factual video. But the way he went about doing this, unfortunately, led to people's subscriber feeds being flooded with re-uploads, which pissed people off. Because, yeah, that sounds like it would get extremely annoying. So they started downvoting his re-uploads, which would cause him to take them down again and then re-upload them again, which started the whole cycle all over again. And this went on until a lot of his subs said fuck it and walked away. And the funny thing is, a lot of the re-edits didn't improve things, and in some cases, according to some people, the over-editing actually ruined the pacing of the video and made them worse. One infamous example is the intro to his Barbie review.
Barbie is one of those shitty games, lost in the ocean of shitty games, that fulfilled its purpose of being a shitty game. Look at Barbie. What a scary bitch. Barbie is one of those shitty games.
What a great book.
You've only read 4 words, you dumb bitch.
The original wasn't good either, but the re-edit is somehow worse. One of the videos that he was infamous for re-uploading constantly were his Smash Bros. Brawl review and his Mario Kart game reviews. He re-uploaded the Brawl one allegedly over 50 times. Yes, over 50. He would also refilm some parts of it in addition to just re-editing it. He was dissatisfied with the Mario Kart video, so he took it down, but then he weirdly enough edited jokes from that into the end of the Brawl review. And as he kept taking them down and re-uploading and re-editing them and refilming, all that stuff, it eventually became just a chaotic amalgamation of all his Smash Bros, Mario Kart, and reviews of other Mario games, like all just in one thing. Because that makes sense and wouldn't feel jarring at all, right? But on top of that, he also had a bad habit of constantly responding aggressively to negative criticism. He would either flood the comment sections of people that would disagree with him and make videos that were, you know, making fun of him, and he would flood their comment section with multiple responses. Or he would just outright make a response video himself. And when he got the attention of Encyclopedia Dramatica, instead of just ignoring the small blurb they had for him on the site that did have some jabs at him, he decided to make an account on ED to try and delete the harsh criticism, but the admins found out and banned his account and reset the article. So Game Dude made another account and tried again. And again. And again. And again. This then caused ED to promote him from having a single blurb to a full article that absolutely roasted him. Although, interestingly enough, sometime after this, he did make a video apologizing for his actions.
Hello, this is the Game Dude, and I think I should make an apology. I've been acting like a douchebag lately. I've been just swearing at everyone pretty much, calling them like faggots and dumb shits and all that kind of stuff. It was all just immature. So I apologize to everyone, fans, trolls, critics, every single one that, I've been acting like an idiot to. Basically, yeah, I apologize to everyone. Not excluding a single person. I apologize to everyone. I've just been like, I don't know, acting like an asshole, and I apologize for deleting comments. I've been doing that lately too. That's just, cowardly.
For a while, he seemed to have mellowed out on this front, and he didn't have a strong reaction to harsh comments and trolling. However, a little bit after this, something happened in his personal life that would ultimately be his downfall. Alanna is a girl that Game Dude was madly in love with, emphasis on madly. He met Alanna on a dating website called Tagged. At this time, Alexander had never been in a relationship and had never been in love with a girl, so understandably, this was a big deal to him. She would even show up in his videos and critique the box art of video games. I believe she did two, one for God of War 2 and the other one for BioShock. Unfortunately, this story did not have a happy ending, if you couldn't tell by the fact that it's in this video. According to Alex, they were in an open relationship, but Alanna had caught feels with someone else and wanted to leave Alex altogether. Rather than take the L and eventually move on, like, most people do, Alexander did everything in his power to try and get her back, including recording himself lip-syncing to songs including Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up and John Lennon. Seems like a solid plan, right? Ladies love Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. Easiest way to get a girl back. It works every time. Classic. Unfortunately, this didn't work, and Alanna made it very clear that she did not approve of his attempts to win her back.
Wow, he really is screwed up. He's so obsessed I think he follows me, and he keeps phoning me. He's such a creep. Yeah, tell him to leave me alone, or I'll call the police. I already did file a police report. I'm not joking. Okay, he needs to stop thinking it's a joke.
Yeah, after the Rick Astley video, Alex deleted one of his channels with the username Alexander4488 due to Alanna's response. And of course it got so bad that like she mentioned she filed a police report against him. She actually filed several. And there are court documents, but due to Canada's court orders, they will just go after anyone who publishes the exact details of the documents or any exact, quotes from the document. So I'm not going to show them here because I ain't trying to get in a international case with Canada. Nah, I ain't dealing with that shit. But even after he took all his content down, or at least content on that channel due to legal threats and stuff, it somehow doesn't stop there. According to the court documents that other people have obtained, that again I can't show, I don't actually have them on me, but after the breakup, Game Dude completely lost it and started calling his ex 60 times a day. Yeah, 60 fucking times a day. Oh, it gets creepier from there. He was stalking her house for up to 7 hours at a time, contacting her family members, talking to her neighbors, hiding in bushes at night and waiting for her so he could talk to her, and keeping track of who comes and goes from her house. Yeah, I'm thinking he's just a little obsessed. I don't know about you. Just a tad. Coming off a little too strong, bro. But his unhinged nature started coming across in his videos. He would just randomly upload videos of him walking around and looking at animals and stuff. Sometimes with commentary, sometimes without. And it just feels very bizarre and uncomfortable.
This video needs to be made right now.
But for whatever reason, despite knowing that the cops were involved and that Law was, investigating him and all that stuff, and that charges had been filed, he decided to start fucking with every cop he saw and uploaded videos of him doing as such.
Shea, what is your badge number?
235.
And yours?
You have a date.
Hmm?
You can read, right? Free to type all you want. How long is it gonna go? Just curious.
That's it, you little fucking son of a bitch. Right now. Come here. You little fuck nugget. Come on. Stop it. Stop the fucking car, you little fuck. Come on, stop the car. The fuck. Come on, you little fuck nugget. Come on. Piece of fuck. Yeah, now what, huh? Well, get back here, you fuck.
And if you think this is as weird as it gets, you ain't seen shit. He made a 2-hour video using plastic dinosaur toys to recreate his relationship with her and how he had his heart broken and all that.
This is me. That's Alanna. I'm grinding this girl at a club. By major fluke, there's Alanna. She says, hey. And then I say, whoa, hey. And it's awkward because I'm grinding this girl, right? And very unexpected. I did not plan for her to, by major fluke, show up. And I was drunk. I'm at a club. Why not? Did not plan for her to run into me, So dancing away. And she steals the spotlight because she is so beautiful. So I'm like, whoa, sorry, baby. You and I, let us dance. And danced we did. Yes, sirree. And then I thought she was being shy. Go away, wasp. She said, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends now. I say, okay. Promise to come back for more dancing later? Yeah, I promise. And I'm like, huh. Well, she promised to continue dancing with me later. Okay. Well, it is later now. She promised to dance with me later. Later is now. Bye-bye. Oh. So, and then I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Yes, we are in an open relationship, but ditching me, your lover of 4 years and best friend, to flirt with random douchebags, that's insulting. I mean, yeah, we are in an open relationship, but we are not in an open best friendship. So, and we were like, as long as we love each other the most, we can do whatever. So, yeah, open relationship, that's still insulting. We were dancing. It was like our second dance ever. Ditches me to flirt with some random guy. His arm is around her shoulder. And I'm like, yeah, that's so uncool. So I'm like, I know, I'll show him that she's taken. Hey, later is now. Let's, go dance some more. And then I was showing intimacy, showing the guy that she's taken. Go away, she's mine. Shoo fly, shoot. And then she said, I was on a date. So that was a date. Why did you not tell me? I did not want to upset you. But we are in an open relationship. And, you saw me grinding that girl. So why is it that I am allowed to grind girls in front of you, but you're not allowed to, bring dates to a club if I happen to be there by major fluke? Why would I get upset? Why would I stand back and analyze the situation? You had a date? It was illogical. It was just... So then what else? What, you randomly hate me? So I'm gonna think you're being shy, and you were acting shy. How about speak up? Say, no, go away, I'm on a date. While simultaneously pushing me away. Everything you did was so subtle. You were so quiet. I don't think you even said anything. You didn't do anything, you just stood there. Assault and battery, you're all over me. I thought you were being shy. We are in an open relationship. I was subtly trying to move you away. Thought you were being shy, tried to motivate you to get you out of your shell. I had no idea what the hell was going on. You were the only one with all the answers. Well, you embarrassed me in front of my date and all my friends.
I don't think Alexander is okay. There was also some allegations of domestic abuse, and I also heard that he may or may not have had a gun. This is getting real close to being a coffeehouse crime or that chapter video, ain't it? But the walls were closing in, and Alexander decided that rather than staying and fighting the charges, he would flee to Mexico. You think that separation would maybe help him take a step back and realize how he's been wilding out? How he needs to, chill, maybe go to some therapy, get some help? No, it just gets worse. I really wasn't sure where the hell to put this in the video, but it needed to be in here somewhere because it's just probably one of the oddest things I've seen in a while. For some reason, he has an extreme resentment towards his parents because they circumcised him.
Friends, they're all fucked off. And my family, I never want to see them again either. Especially my parents circumcising me. No. Fuck you. That was mine. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's just kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah, a little freaking weird. And he posted on a forum called the foreskinrestoration.net and an activist network. This is not a shit post. I'm not fucking with you. This is a real thing, apparently. He had been ranting about what happened to his member for years and had posts going as far back as 2010. At some point, when he learned that Encyclopedia Dramatica was working on his article, he decided to try and hide his posts by editing them, which sounds like a good idea, but one thing that the site had that he didn't know was that if someone quotes a post, or had quoted a post, even if you then go back and edit it, for the quote post, it stays the same. The original text is still visible. So people were able to see his post about him using something called a TLC tugger. And if you don't know what it is, I had to look it up in an incognito tab because, yeah, it's a device that's supposed to make the skin around the penis go over it again to try and simulate having foreskin. Which is a sentence I never thought I'd have to say on this channel. Like, what the fuck? There's an entire website about this where the founder, Ron Lowe, gets interviewed by Howard Stern and is wearing it, and he has his cock out and it's not censored at all. And he's explaining how it works, and then he takes it off and shows how the skin's kind of been molded, sorta, to, simulate foreskin. But of course, obviously it goes away after a while because, you can't just grow skin back like that. At least not to that degree. Howard also asked if he is a doctor, has any, medical credentials. He doesn't. Shocking, I know. I'm wondering what an actual doctor would make of this, because I can't imagine this is a good thing to use. Or that there aren't going to be some kind of side effects from this, but it's just such a strange thing to pile into the already odd stuff surrounding Game Dude, and I just felt like I needed to talk about it. just because it's weird, and the fact that he's this obsessed about it plays into his like obsessive personality.
The conversation, she still wanted to fuck me because I was like, we can only be just friends, and then she's like, oh, but what if I want to be more than just friends? So therefore, she was gonna fuck him, then me, then someone else, then me, then someone else, then me, then someone else.
So Game Dude, even while in Mexico, was still obsessed with Alanna. He made a manifesto, and this thing is broken into 2 parts. There's a really long blog and a series of videos. And the videos apparently go on for over an hour. And the blog portion of the manifesto is in multiple parts and is apparently the length of a freaking novel. And it gets really weird, like using video game characters and diagrams to explain what happened to try and, I guess, exonerate himself and say, no, I wasn't actually stalking her, Your Honor. And he also uses primitive 3D graphics. So yeah, it's pretty weird. But according to him, after an incident at a nightclub where a guy was hitting on Alanna and Alanna didn't shut it down and was seemingly into it, Alex wanted to end the open relationship and she agreed to it. But then she was trying to hook up with other guys on Tagged, the dating website that Alex had met her through. And when he confronted her on this, she admitted that she never wanted to end the open relationship and that she only said that to get him off her back, essentially.
That's rough, buddy.
Because of this, bizarrely enough, Alex claimed that Alanna raped him. His logic, if we can call it that, behind this is that because she slept with other people without his knowledge, it exposes him to STDs or STIs. So that's somehow rape, I guess. I don't really get it. And look, your girl sleeping with other people and potentially having unprotected sex behind your back is a shitty thing to do. And dangerous if someone that she's sleeping with has an, a transmissible infection, especially when it isn't easily curable. But I think calling it rape might be a step too far. That might just be me. Those are 2 drastically different things, my dude. Still a shitty thing to do, don't get me wrong. Even while he was several countries away, though, there are videos where he suggests that he did contact Alanna despite her having a restraining order against him.
No contact rule for 1 month. Called her. I was drunk, so nervous. I got drunk to suppress the energy. Stupidest thing I ever did. Called her. She's like, stay the hell away from me. Fucking snapped. Called her a billion times. Got so depressed. Took 10 Advil tablets. Thought it would do the trick. Yeah, dude, I was fucked.
At some point in 2015, he started living in Hong Kong, and the only reason we know this is because of a Skype chat from him. Then there was this short film that was filmed in Vancouver with Game Dude in it, and a lot of people thought that this meant that he was back in Vancouver. But this video was actually filmed all the way back in 2012, or at least this segment of it was. So he wasn't actually back in Vancouver around the time that this was uploaded. So we don't know where he is. He also popped up on Twitter a few times here and there, including in 2019 where he replied to LeBron James and was shit talking about him about how the NBA cucked to China. And he even said free Hong Kong, which I ain't gonna lie, is kind of based. He also has been seen liking a comment from Bernie Sanders, and I believe he has liked a few more things here and there. But as far as I know, that is his last bit of activity. So that's the end of the gamer dude's story for now. Is he trapped somewhere in Hong Kong trying to avoid being swept up in the CCP's crackdown over there? Is he living in another country, keeping away from the internet? We don't really know. This is a pretty bizarre story. Like, he just started off as a kind of cringe AVGN clone, and it just skyrocketed into stalking and harassment and maybe even domestic violence if some of the claims levied against him are true. And I know I already said this, but he strikes me as someone with an obsessive personality, and I hope that in his time away from the internet, at least as far as we know, away from the internet, that he has gotten some help since all of this went down, but I guess we'll never really know. Or if we do, it's gonna be a while. I mean, look, this current decade, even though we're only 3 years in, has been batshit crazy already. I mean, we had Chris Chan going to jail for sexually assaulting his mom. We've got Cyrex about to be arrested, about to be going to prison. Hopefully that ends with him going to prison for as long as possible. So I wouldn't rule out that gamer dude makes some kind of comeback. It would not shock me at all. But let me know what you all thought of this video, and if you liked it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, or share it. It really means a lot. And I'm gonna head out.